All right, welcome to More on the Road with Bernard Moore the Third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. It is a beautiful day. It's raining, but hey, it is a day that you are alive. You're here. You're looking at More on the Road. You're here joining us today. You're having fun. You are enjoying the fruits of the labor. You know what we do here on More on the Road. We don't just talk about sports, but we are part of sports. We talk about everything in life. Got a great show lined up for you today. If you'd like to be a part of it, again, you can find us on social medias. Follow us on YouTube. More on the sports manage more on the sports. Excuse me, more and more sports management. Search for it. You may come up with some different things, but you can go to our website to just go ahead and directly to our YouTube channel, www.mms-management.com. Scroll down to the bottom. You can see our link, our YouTube link, or you can just click on the More on the Road logo, the microphone, and you'll see all of our previous shows again. But we got a great show lined up for you today. If you'd like to be a sponsor, support the show, you can reach out to me again on social media, More and More Sports Management, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. What else are we on? Tumblr, even Twitch. So we definitely got some updated social media platforms. But okay, let's go and continue on with the show. Today, joining us is a pro wrestler. So we're talking wrestling today. Join us today. We have JD Jenkins, Pro Wrestling Ego. How you doing today, Mr. Jenkins?
Doing good. How are you, sir?
Just enjoying another beautiful day in Mississippi right now. Now, Mr. Jenkins, now I know I've attended a couple of your matches, man, and it was very exciting. What I forgot your wrestling name. What was your wrestling name? The Beast.
I'm the full-time beast, JD Jenkins.
That's what it is. The full-time Beast. What brought that nickname?
So it was given to me. So in my life, I've been very busy, and literally, I would go work my full-time job, get off from that on a Friday night, go work security till about 7 in the morning, wake up, go train MMA at Black Sails MMA, and then go from there to a wrestling match. And then as soon as I leave from the wrestling match, go right on to work security. And Jay Andrews, the promoter of Pro Wrestling Ego, along with the thought of the Rob Bailey song Beast, the clean version where he says I'm a full-time beast, he pretty much bestowed that on to me. And I just kind of rocked it ever since.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: What other full-time job do you do? Because, like I said, you're an MMA wrestler, MMA fighter, a wrestler, security.
Full-time father, which is definitely a full-time job. I got my hands full with it. I'm waiting patiently for her. Eventually, it's just me and her here today because it's Good Friday and I'm off today. I'm waiting for her to bust through these doors and have to give her the old stiff arm. But no, I'm a claims adjuster at Safeway Insurance. So I'm investigating insurance claims, making sure everybody is behaving themselves.
Yeah, well, that's understandable, man. Hey, you still had to do what you had to do.
Also,
and I know, like I said, when we first introduced, were introduced. I said I attended one of the wrestling matches, and you were just wrestling. What got you into wrestling? I know I used to like watching WCW, WWF growing up. Sting was my favorite wrestler. What got you into wrestling?
Same. Well, when I was 7 growing up, like wrestling artist. Again, the Monday Night Wars going on, and it was just a bonding thing for me and my dad. We would every Monday night we would go in there. He wouldn't let me watch WWF or WWE at the time because at the time the Attitude Era was at its peak, and they were doing some things that a 7-year-old shouldn't see on their programming. But no, he let me watch WCW, and I tell you what, man, he gets a bad rep in the wrestling business, but Goldberg definitely was my biggest influence. Seeing this big, bald-headed, burly man come out in the flames, beating people, and dude, I was hooked. And then you had Sting, Lex Luger, the NWO, the Wolfpack, all those cats in WCW back in the day. I was just hooked. I couldn't get enough.
Yeah, I definitely say. Now, not trying to tell off on anyone, don't want to get anyone in trouble. How many wrestling moves did you personally yourself portray on a younger brother or a sibling or a
Well, see, I had a
best
sister, and it was frowned upon to do it to my sister. And of course, she didn't want to participate. But now my friends growing up, they caught the brunt. All my friends in school caught the brunt. We did rock bottoms in the yard. We did all kinds of shenanigans in the yard.
I definitely understand. I said I had brothers and uncles and cousins. We used to be watch a wrestling match, especially on the weekend. We'll watch it and then we'll go out in the front yard or the backyard and try to perform those moves. Or if our parents were gone, we'd do it inside the house on body slam somebody on the bed, jump off the top bunk, and drop a people's elbow. So I can say wrestling. I'm glad they put that disclaimer out there. Do not try these at home.
Yeah, well, a disclaimer that was ignored by many. I mean, we kind of, I don't think there's a childhood where somebody in somebody's household tried, one of the wrestling moves on another, and you got a few bumps and bruises, but it was part of growing up.
Now I'm gonna ask this now: how many of your friends or relatives did you actually hurt doing a wrestling move?
We can't discuss that in our legal matters. I'm just kidding. Everyone. I think everyone survived. I don't have any broken bones or anything like that because we also had the fear of getting. We weren't supposed to be doing these things. So we kind of took it easy on each other. But I don't think no one got really too bad hurt.
Okay. So again, we're talking with JD, full-time beast Jenkins of Pro Wrestling Ego. On More on the Road, presented to you by Boardwalk Sports Management. Now, what's the most every wrestler has a finishing move. Now, what is your finishing move?
Okay, mine's called the Jenkinator. All right, and to explain it to you, it'd be like, have you seen the John Cena's move where he flips them over? It's called the attitude adjustment or the FU back in the day. Okay, I do kind of similar to that, but I take you the other way. I get you here, and your head's here. I take you that way, and it turns into a power bomb, and it's pretty effective. I won several matches with it.
So has anybody, as they say, reverted or counterparted it? I mean, countered the attack?
They've watched enough tape on me that I've had a few people slip out, but once it's hit, you're done. So. You might as well put a fork in you.
Now, not trying to explain your medical bills. Now, how many times have you visited the ER or a clinic that following day after a match?
I've been blessed where I haven't had to go to the ER. But I definitely have accumulated small injuries over time, for sure. I've been knocked out twice in a wrestling match. Had my nose busted. In a wrestling show in Louisiana, I pooped myself. Yeah, I got suplexed on the floor, and all I know is my butt was dry. It wasn't the same after. I hit that because it was a rodeo floor. It wasn't just no straight concrete floor. It was bumpy, kind of deal. And yeah, so had that going for me. Luckily, no broken fingers or any bones. God blessed me with a beautiful, big old body. It's hard to get to these bones. That's a lot of area to get to one of these bones.
I'm not going to sound on this show now because I don't want to have to put you down, Mr. Jenkins. Now, so I'm not going to flex anything. So.
I was worried the camera wouldn't be big enough to catch this.
Well, with that, who, every has a nemesis. Who is your nemesis?
Well,
or everybody.
I've had a change of heart. Last year, Roloff. Okay, this Russian cat from he's from Russia but lives in Alabama. No one wants to live in Russia. And me and him was pretty heated last year. However, times have changed. My attitude has changed. There's a guy who currently is a contender for the strap for one of my buddies. If he beats my buddy, if he beats my buddy for the strap, he's toast.
So you're calling them out right now here on More on the Road. That
Geo Savage might as well change addresses, get into a new profession. Maybe he should, try to reopen Twin Peaks and get one of those little Twin Peaks girls costumes. So he has a better chance in that profession than getting in the ring with me.
Again, we're talking with JD full-time Beast Jenkins of Pro Wrestling Ego. Now, have you had an opportunity to meet some of the guys in the WWE or WWF?
Yeah,
the guys that you watch and growing up?
I'm friends with a lot of those guys. Wrestling's a very small community. It's very large, but a very small community at the same time. We're all kind of in the same grind. Whether you're in the WWE or you're down in the independent level, we're all kind of on the same grind. Going to different towns. Trying to fill a building someplace. So we're all kind of and I've met. He's no longer in WWE, but I was good friends with Luke, who's now on AEW television. Went and did a camp with him, and and every time those guys would come to Jackson, I bounced at Pop Saloon. So every time they would come to Jackson, they would come have a beverage at Pop Saloon with us. And we've had a bunch of guys come those dingy doors. Bray Wyatt, known as the Fiend, he's been Pops. Drew McIntyre, former world champion.
We just had
Twenty 2020.
Sean Burton, can you see the screen?
It's black now.
It's black.
Yes.
Rub your hand over the mouth. Just rub your hand over.
Yeah. Let me. I am. So I click on the thing that's under it. You want me to?
had to shut. I was on the list, the recruiting list for that organization. I was on the watch out list. So I feel like it will come one day. I just don't know when. There's no wrestling is weird because everybody says if I was going to go to the NFL, there's a clear enough to get recruited to a D1, maybe to attention, go to the combine, kick butt at the combine, and get drafted. That's how you get in the NFL. I mean, it's a clear, you do this, you do this, you do this. In my line of work, there is no clear. It's kind of like, I hate comparing us to Hollywood, but or like being a comic. You may be working several comedy clubs, and next thing you know, you finally get your break. That's kind of what wrestling is. You never know when that day is going to come. You never know who you're going to wrestle in front of that may know somebody, the connections. You just keep plugging away.
Now, have you seen any instance where someone that you probably wrestle and then you see them advance to the next level quickly and they have an opportunity to get into the main stage of the WWE?
Well, yeah. So there's this guy in WWE currently named Austin Theory. Okay. I wrestled on a show with him in Alabama somewhere. I forget the town in Alabama. It was in Alabama. Me and Ray Fury, who's also on Pro Wrestling Ego, we rode together to that show, and we both worked that show. After we left, me and him looked at each other and said, that Austin Theory guy, without a doubt, will be at WrestleMania within the next 4 or 5 years. And I don't know if you watched WrestleMania a couple weeks ago. He had a major match at WrestleMania, and he's in a major deal. Vince McMahon is his on-screen protege, or his on-screen mentor. So, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've also wrestled a guy. I don't know if you watch AEW. I wrestled a guy in McGee, Mississippi, who now wrestles under the name Preston Vance in the Dark Order in AEW. So I mean, I've been close to people that made it, and yeah, you do what you can to get your connections, through those people without trying to be a weirdo about it. But at the same time, you got to find your own way.
But do you feel that is it difficult, or are you just enjoying the moment right now? Continue to do something that you enjoy doing, regardless of whatever level it is.
Man, to be honest, we are blessed. Truth be told, we are blessed to be doing something that I try to tell young guys in the back before shows. Go out there and perform like you've never performed before, because there's somebody sitting in a wheelchair who comes to the show who would just dream to be in your spot on a little independent show, maybe in front of 15 people. That person in that wheelchair who probably watched it his whole life doesn't have the same opportunities I have, would just dream and would keep ring and perform in front of those 15 people. So no matter where I'm at, sure, I want to go as far as I can, as far as this thing will take me. But at the end of the day, I'm blessed. I'm blessed because I'm doing something I love, something I watched from a small kid. I got to introduce my dad to Robert Gibson with the Rock and Roll Express. My dad was a big Rock and Roll Express fan growing up, and I got to introduce him to him as, a coworker in the back. And just that alone, giving my dad a moment to meet one of his heroes, and for my dad, they share the same locker room. You can't put a price on that.
That is awesome, man. Now, how long do you see yourself doing this? Just providing entertainment, because like I said, that's exactly. This is what you're doing. You're playing a sport that you can say yes, a sport that you love, enjoy playing, and also providing entertainment. How long do you see yourself doing it?
Well, I'm 29 right now. My body's still going good. And I'm balancing between this and MMA as well. I've had a couple MMA fights this year. Plan on having more of those. Still planning on being busy. Man, one really. As long as I'm not, damaging the integrity of the sport, and I'm, putting on a good show, and people are willing to pay to see me. Sure. I want to go till the wheels fall off. I love this stuff. They don't call me the full-time beast for nothing.
Now, now, what led you to MMA? Was that now? I'm kind of finna jump around with it right now. I know you see a lot of individuals in boxing. Then they see an MMA fight, and they're saying, "Well, I can beat you as a boxer compared to I can beat you as an MMA fight." Was that something that somebody called you out in MMA, or that's something that you see? Hey, I would like to try. So, what kind of led you to MMA?
So, growing up, I grew up in a community where, our friends were fun. We'd put gloves on in the backyard and we'd fight. That's just what we did. We were dumb kids. Like we weren't bright. That was our fun, and we were the best of friends doing it. I just enjoy fighting, man. There's something about getting into a physical. I mean, it's physical chess with your body. You're out thinking. It's a thing. It's not just two, big men, acting like cavemen. You won't last. Like, especially in the game of MMA where you got on the feet, the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling on the ground, everything that's involved. Like, there are so many things, there's so many boxes you have to check mentally. And there's something about, man, two men being locked in a cage and just, seeing who's the better man. I've been blessed. I've won. I'm 5-3 currently. And I've had some good moments in the sport. I've also had some rough moments in the sport. I'm going through the roughest moment of my career currently. I just had a fight in Louisiana where I lost in 7 seconds. I got knocked out in 7 seconds. But, a lot of people look at that as a negative. I try to find positives in everything. Sir, I became the highest paid fighter on that card. Okay? And I made the money I made in 7 seconds. You can't find that rate of return anywhere. You know how much, I wish my regular job paid me the way I got paid in 7 seconds the other night.
I'm not laughing though what happened, but when you said, "Hey, now I wish I can get paid like I did this 7 seconds compared to what I'm doing now," so that is very interesting. So,
yeah, no, trust me, I have to say jokes like that because otherwise I'd be bummed out by it. But I mean, it's part of the game. I fight in the heavyweight weight class. Okay, these are big guys who can knock you out in one punch. Okay, I could easily knock that turkey out in the same punch he hit me. I've knocked out guys who weigh 345 pounds. That's just the game we play in the heavyweight division. We're not. It's not easy. That's why you don't go. I want you to go find someone who has an undefeated heavyweight record. I'll wait. There isn't one because this weight class is so hard because every shot has the potential to end the fight.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Again, we talk with JD, full-time beast Jenkins, a pro wrestling ego, also MMA, more on the road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by more sports management. Nothing but more is what we do. Now, let me ask you this now. What you do now, we're finna take it to society. Being from the state of Mississippi, and I know that you watch the news, especially I'm finna center it in around central Mississippi. You turn on the news now and you see a lot of individuals pulling. Well, I'm not just gonna say central Mississippi, I'm gonna go throughout the state of Mississippi or anywhere. You see individuals pulling out guns and shooting, sometimes injuring and sometimes killing. All about a disagreement. Now, I've stated so many times, if you have a disagreement with somebody, hey, take it to the ring. Let's make some money off of it, because if you can see, a lot of this stuff is something about money, about an ego, about somebody did something to somebody. If you see that, especially with the shooting, do you feel that this is a good way to solve a lot of the killing, especially by gun, and just say, "Hey, take it to the ring"?
No, yeah, no doubt. Take it to the ring. Look, man, there is no much bravado in hitting or killing somebody with a gun. You don't prove anything. You don't prove you're a man. You don't prove you're this or that and the other. You prove you're weak. You're weak-minded. And you got to think. I'm a person who thinks of long-term moves. Okay, if a guy, one instance where a guy pulls out a gun, shoots somebody, and kills them, their life is over. The rest of your life's done. Okay, for that 1 second of rage, well, no matter what it may have been, no matter what that young man, what that person done to you, in that 1 second of rage, you're done. You're going to the jail the rest of your life. Not only that, you're killing another person. You can't come back from that. So, I think it would be a lot better if people dealt with, in a controlled environment, in a ring, in a cage, and get rid of these people just trying to kill for no reason, for respect. You don't gain no respect by shooting another man.
No,
you will gain respect if you put gloves on and you fight.
And I look at that as a 3-year-old shot someone. I'm not saying though that it's good anything, but you see a 3-year-old can shoot someone. They did it by accident and they killed them. Now, so what makes you think that it's good to pull out a gun and shoot somebody just because you want to show how big and strong you are? You walk around carrying a gun that once you pull that trigger, that thing is coming out almost 200 something miles per hour. It's a little small pellet that can kill someone. And I'm like this. Everybody is looking for money. Hey, if you want to fight, hey, take it to the ring, make some money off of it. If you don't like them, take it to the ring where, again, at the end of the day, you possibly can shake each other's hand and go about your merry way. Now, like you said, sometimes you possibility to get hit in the head somewhere wrong or something may happen. It could cause life or death, though. But that's very few chances. There's very few chances, in my opinion. Now, back to you, wrestling. How you protect yourself from, I guess, definitely from any type of serious injuries, with the workouts, putting proper nutrition in your body to have strong bones and strong muscles?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta stretch, you gotta prepare. This body's an engine. You gotta keep it. You gotta treat it as such. You gotta get good fuel. Stretching, being knowing what you're doing, where you're at, knowing how to tuck your chin, things like that. If you just so happen to fall, those things. Keep your guard up at all times. I mean, it's a fight at the end of the day. There's some things you can't control, but you just do all the right things, with your diet, your exercise, and everything will come to pass.
All right, again, we're talking with JD Jenkins, JD full-time beast Jenkins of Pro Wrestling Ego. Mr. Jenkins, but before we're gonna let you go, if someone wants for you to come speak to them, come speak to their group, or do you do any speaking engagements, or do you host any type of camps where you can train or teach you that's want to get into profession, not trying to cause it to bully or provide harm to individuals? Someone that's is interested in getting into the profession and want to start out early. Do you provide any camps, or how can someone get in touch with you if they're interested in going along that path?
I don't necessarily train, but I have done speaking engagements. I've been to classrooms and things like that. You can reach me through Facebook, JD Jenkins on Facebook, on Instagram. It's full-time or full_time beast. Just reach me out, reach to me there. I'm open to everything. We used to have a school in town. To kind of mess that up for us. But I do speaking engagements.
So share with the folks. So when is the next match? Either wrestling with Pro Wrestling Ego or your MMA fights.
I think I'm in Saucher, Mississippi. Not this weekend, but the next. But Battlezone has a Battlezone Championship Wrestling. I can't go. I got a little injury I'm nursing. But Battlezone in Bay Springs, Mississippi. I promise you, this will be a great show. So if you're in the Bay Springs area coming this Saturday, make sure you go out to Bay Springs, check out some Battlezone Championship Wrestling.
Well, that would be you're speaking of the 23rd of April or the 16th.
The Battlezone show the 16th. I will be healed up to wrestle in Saucher, Mississippi, the weekend after the 23rd.
Okay, I will get there. We'll definitely go out and check Full Time Beast down in Saucher, Mississippi. If you want more information, again, you can follow on Facebook, JD Jenkins, as well as Instagram at fulltime_beast. Mr. Jenkins, is there anything else you'd like to share with our follow before we're gonna let you go?
Make sure you go to these guys' page, Wrestling Over Everything, and check them out. They have great hats, hoodies, stuff like that. Great apparel. It really shows off your guns too. I mean, look at that. Also, if you're looking for something fun to do tonight, make sure you go check out Black Axe. Black Axe Throwing Club. Man, and tell them JD sent you.
I'm definitely have to go down and check that out, the Black Side Throwing Club, because I hear a lot of people talking about it, so I definitely will check that out myself, and I'm telling them that the Full Time Beast sent me.
Heck yeah.
All right, well, Mr. Jenkins, Full Time Beast, man, I really appreciate your time. We definitely must do this again. Definitely we'll stay in touch, so I know definitely come out and check out one of your shows.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
All right, no problem. All right, take it easy, Mr. Jenkins.
You too, bud.
All right, yes, again, that was JD Jenkins, JD Full Time Beast Jenkins, Pro Wrestling Ego. I said, man, that is some exciting stuff for watching wrestling and how they perform the different moves and how they land and stick all the things. So definitely check them out. So, he said that he will be in Bay Springs is this Saturday, which is tomorrow. The 16th, he'll be in Saucher, Mississippi on the 23rd. So definitely take a look at him. JD Jenkins on Facebook and fulltime_beast on Instagram. Definitely check them out. Now, we definitely got a good show lined up. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Got another guest coming on, so stay tuned. Listen up. We're finna have a lot of fun. But also, before we get to go, take a break. Check us out to April 16th, which is today, April 16th at 2 p.m. Join us at Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Sawyer Road, Jackson, Mississippi, for the community meet and greet with the Mississippi Lady Lakers and the Mississippi Raiders. Definitely come down and join us this day, April the 16th, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Sawyer Road, Jackson, Mississippi. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Again, you're tuning in to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but and welcome back to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more. Why am I throwing my fingers all up in my face? Hey, it is what it is. Well, hey, but welcome back again. Join us today, April the 16th, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Hillcrest Christian School for a meet and greet of the Mississippi Lady Lakers and the Mississippi Raiders. The Mississippi Lady Lakers are kicking off their season of the WBDA, and Mississippi Raiders are finna start to have the second game April the 23rd. So next Saturday, come down to the Coliseum. But you can learn out more information about them from the Mississippi. Guys, what is it? www.msladylakers.com for the Mississippi Lady Lakers. Or you can log on to MississippiRaiders.com to learn more about the Mississippi Raiders. But again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Talking sports, but we don't talk sports only. Tune in Tuesday. Speaking of talking sports, tune in Tuesday, ESPN 105.9 FM The Zone for ESPN Talking Sports Live with Rob J, Larry Nix, myself, and Beav on the board, talking sports and sharing information about whatever that comes to mind. hopefully, again, we don't talk about the NFL draft is coming up. We don't talk about that team in Dallas, or as well as that team in New Orleans. So it is what it is. But joining me right now on the show, we have some more guests. Again, we're talking different type of sports. We're talking boxing right now. Joining me today, we have Deshaun Bombay Hidden Bob, as well as his protege, Mr. Keyshawn Davis. How you gentlemen doing today?
We're doing great, man.
Doing good. Thank you for having us.
Okay. All right. Well, I know y'all speak a little bit low. Can you turn your volume up just a little bit so I can hear you? I don't want you to have to yell into it right now.
I'm used to yelling.
All right, there we go. Mr. Hiddenbaum of the Pearl Boxing Club, man. No, how are things going? I know they just shared some information about you on social media about some things that you're doing down in Pearl. Kind of share it with us of what you have going on right now.
Well, basically, we've been putting Pearl on the map, and Mississippi on the map. We ain't just say Pearl, but we put Mississippi on the map. This time last year we had Chop Sean Sims win the ABF title. He's the first boxer in Mississippi to win the title in like 30 years, and now we got the number ranked six heavyweight in the amateur boxing. He about to make his pro debut on April the 30th in Laurel, Mississippi, and that's Keyshawn Big Baby Davis. And I think he's really gonna make really big noise in this world of boxing. And I want Mississippi to get behind him and push him because he's doing really big things for Mississippi. We got to start looking into him. Go to his Facebook page and his Twitter page and his Instagram page. And, represent him and let Mississippi know that we behind him.
Yeah, now I know you've been in this quite some time because I know we've talked some years ago. I know COVID played a whole lot in about. I know with some of the things that you're doing, especially with contact sports and such. A lot of promoters, a lot of organizations, they didn't want to definitely deal with a lot of contact sports because of the spreading of COVID. How has that hindered you from doing what you want to do with your boxers as well as help promoting boxing itself?
Well, we took the time out. We still trained and everything, but I let the audience that wasn't really boxing. I didn't make them gym and I just kept the boxers in there and we spread out. So we never missed the training during the COVID, but we couldn't have the boxing shows, night shows to raise money for our boxers and trips. We couldn't have a certain amount of audience, and you only got a certain amount of audience, so we didn't even have a boxing show all last year. But we got a lot we're gonna pick up this year and make up for it. We're gonna double up on the boxing show this year, and then with the Keyshawn and Chop doing big things. He Chop being ranked in the United States, and then Big Baby being ranked. So I mean, it's bringing a big light on Mississippi, which never been known for boxing, but we're here now.
Yeah, but let me ask you now: were you a boxer, or did you just help train, study the game?
No, I had 28 amateur fights, and then I had some pro fights and stuff, But I learned the game from my pro experience because I really didn't know what was going on. And you gotta have a lot of people with money behind you when you're trying to move in boxing. Back then, we used to just take fights, but I learned through the game, so that's how to manage my boxing. What courses to take to get them to where they need to be.
Now with boxing, do you tell your boxer to kind of definitely try to protect the headgear, protect their body, period, but mainly the head because of concussions? I don't know. Is it something in the water right now because people get hit upside the head right now? They're screaming of concussion. So have you trained your boxers really to protect their head so they won't have concussion?
Well, boxing really a safe sport lately. Back in the days, back in the days, they was doing a lot of stuff and doing a whole bunch of sparring. Everybody think it was just about sparring. They was having a lot of gym wars. People just going in the gym and boxing hard. They wasn't just in the fights; they was fighting in the gym. But like me, I don't believe in a whole bunch of extra sparring. Get time to closer to the fight stuff and boxing.
Now, that's it. Like we have a little technical difficulty right now. we're having like a little we're having a little technical difficulty right now. So again, we were talking about Deshaun Bombay, Hidden Bob of the Pearl Boxing Club. Now I understand concussion has been on the rise with get hit upside the head with football. It's a contact sport. Boxing, you can definitely take a lot of blows to the body as well as to the head, and sometimes it's a little difficult, but it still definitely goes. So I know we got them back now. All right, okay, get you back on now, Mr. Davis. Can you hear me, Mr. Davis?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. All right, now I was speaking about definitely dealing with the contact of the sport. Listen, do you definitely kind of train your guys to be very mindful about how to different type of contacts that they may receive? So are you training guys about the contacts that they should definitely try to protect themselves from?
Well, like I said, I make sure in the best of shape. I'm one of the strictest coaches, and like I said, a lot of the old time boxers that used sparring wars and gym wars, they did a lot of sparring in the gym. They thought that was the best way to get them trained. But I protect their head because I want them to have a future after their career's over. I don't believe in a whole bunch of sparring. A lot of these boxers, include Roy, like I said, Evander Holyfield, all them guys train well past their prime and hang it up. Boxing's like a drug. Once you start working out, doing that exercise, your body needs on working out. A lot of these fighters got a little brain damage punch from. I never let that happen with my fighters.
Yeah. So what type of training do you do to definitely keep them to, as I say, strengthen up their body because they're taking punches in the body, as well as having the muscles to be not saying tight but good, fit, and firm, because they doing a lot of movement, and as well as they're doing a lot of pounding. What type of some just don't give out your whole training routine, but just some general training that your boxers do?
Well, we do a lot of different stuff. We hit the body with the medicine ball, and had the boxer raise his hand. We hit it with the glove. Then, like I said, if you're doing your running, man, running is the key to part of boxing. If you're doing your running, and just to basically tighten up everything for your body shots. And I just got to be in the gym, man. You got to be in the gym. It's just like anything you do. If you're a chef, you got to be in the kitchen. If you're a carpenter, you got to have your hammer. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So, people just got to be in the gym, man. It is no accident. The secret of boxing is out training the other opponent, man, basically.
What type of meal preps do you have advise your bosses to do? Like I said, slack out on the red meat or more red meat. Definitely eat your vegetables and definitely eat your fruits and kind of stay away from sodas and stuff. What type of meal preparation do you have for your boxers?
But that's basically it, man. We ain't got no really strict meal preparation because some people, I basically stay away from the pork and the bread, and if they got weight problems and stuff, it's a lot of water drinking and stuff. If they got to lose weight and cut weight, it's a lot of water drinking and like I said, take out the breads, pork, and a whole bunch of starches but like I said, most people let them eat what they want to, as long as they're working out. As long as you're working out, you can basically eat what you want to. But if you got to cut weight, it's just cutting out on the breads and starches. Like I got heavyweights, he loses weight because he wants to, but he really ain't got to lose weight. So it just depends what you got to do as far as making weight, how much weight you got to lose to get to. So if you right on point, like like most of my boxers train all year around, so I don't let them get more than over their fighting weight.
Now with the different classes, again, we're talking to Sean Hidden Bob Pearl Boxing Club. Now with the different weight classes.
Most people know him as Coach
They
Bombay.
call you Bombay? Okay. Well, Coach
Bombay.
Bombay, excuse me, Mr. Coach Bombay. What Coach Bombay, with the different weight classes, what's the lightest that you've trained and what's the heaviest that you've trained?
The lightest I trained is probably, we got kids that box. I done trained boxers as far as 96 pounds to 86 pounds, 71 pounds, matter of fact, 60 pounds, matter of fact. We got kids that box. You can start boxing when you're 8 years old. So I done trained kids when they was like 80 pounds. Then I done had heavyweights as stuff, and you know, I'd had them up to 340 pounds, 350 pounds.
Now, what you training children, youth? How strict are you on them of training? Because you know some may use that as extracurricular activity outside of the gym because of things that they may face in the community. Are you strict on them by saying, "Hey, we want you to protect yourself, but we don't want you to go out there and be a bully to anybody"?
Oh yeah, I tell them all the time. I'm real strict as far as like technique. You know, I make them do everything right. You know what I'm saying? You got to teach them right the ground basics, the basics right. And I mean, I'm real strict on them. Training them, and then like I tell them, you know, most kids that know how to box and fight, they don't really be bullies, man. They be the guys that really with no self-confidence. You know, most guys that know how to box, they don't really learn a lot of stuff. You know, if you ever notice that, I know what they do. You know, like my best boxing gym, they the most gentlest guys I got. Like 3 of my best boxers, they're just like they know they can fight, what they can do, so they got a lot of confidence. And had the guy to start stuff, man, is you know, stuff people with low self and lack of confidence. You know. And then my boxers be so where I'm tired about they get time to get out my gym, they be going to bed. They ain't got time for nothing else.
Well, you're right. Keep them busy.
Probably half my boxers don't even like me, and they be so happy to get away from people. They like that. Yeah, like when they get away from getting out of prison. Once they get out of Pearl Box Club, it's like getting out of prison for the day.
All right. Well, let's talk to Mr. Big Baby. Mr. Davis, though, to kind of share about yourself, what got you into boxing? Where are you right now? I know Coach Bombay is talking about how you're advancing throughout the rank. What got you into boxing? And just kind of introduce yourself. Tell the audience about yourself.
Yes, sir. Well, I've been boxing almost half my life now. I started when I was 12. I actually up here because I was about to get on the 7th grade football team. And I wanted to get in shape. I heard about Pearl Boxing Club. They were telling me how you can go up there and get in shape. I was trying to get in shape for football. And actually, after being in and after losing a lot of weight, I actually just stuck with it throughout the year and kept getting better and better. I actually was better at it than I thought I was going to be. So I stuck with it, kept fighting, going to fight shows, regionals, going to national tournaments, winning. And I always with the same coach. So we always been at it. And I actually just stuck with it. And now, after about 50 fights, I end my amateur career and go pro at the end of this month on the 30th in Laurel, Mississippi.
Hey man, well man, congratulations on that. We'll definitely keep up with you. Now, how would you say you were losing weight? When you enter into the gym, into Pearl Boxing Club, you said you wanted to get in shape. How much weight did you lose? Did you lose a lot of weight? Just saying, hey man, I don't need to play football because I'm getting too small to play football. I need to stick what I'm doing. So how much weight did you trim down?
Initially, when I first started, I actually did play football. I played football. And after I went through high school, I actually stopped boxing, went to college to play football. And I stopped boxing about 4 years. And after I stopped playing football and all that, I actually blew up and gained a lot of weight. I was over 400 pounds. And ever since I got back around 2 years ago, since then, I've lost 160 pounds. And it's just been a real journey on that weight loss gain. And now I'm where I need to be, and I'm about to go pro and prove what I can do.
Well, with you playing multiple sports, how did one sport help you in the other sport? Did it help you out a lot, or you feel say, hey, it's all based about the same thing?
Oh yeah, so they all link together. Like boxing helps you with football, and football helps you with boxing. You know, boxing help you. I play offensive line, so it's good to have quick hands to get your hands on the defensive line. And boxing helped me with that. And in football, I was always strong because, you know, in football playing, especially on the line, you got to be strong. So I always had strong legs. When I was in boxing, I was stronger than a lot of especially when I was younger, stronger than a lot of the competition I was going against. So it linked together, all the sports. I even played basketball for a couple of years. I did track. I threw in track. I did powerlifting for a year. I did a lot of stuff when I was in high school, but now it ended up I'm back in the boxing gym.
All right, well, now I'm finna use your boxing as well as with football, playing offensive line. What position did you play in O-line? Did you play tackle, guard, center, or you play from left to right?
I played left to right. Well, mostly through high school, I played tackle, but then my senior year, he had me playing everything because I was the only person to come back on the line, so I had to like the other guy, the younger guy. So he had me playing every position my senior year.
Now, I did not play offensive line, but I helped coach it. And I played tight end. I don't know. You still consider it as an offensive line? It's an offensive lineman / receiver. Now,
Yes, sir.
when you're doing your kick step, and were you one of the ones that once you got your hand on it, you got them, or were you one of the ones that like to shoot them hands and reload?
Once you get your, defensive line are taught to always knock your hands down and never let you get your hands on them. If offensive linemen are with strong hands, get your hands on them, they're not going anywhere. So I always shot my hands. I was a lot quicker than a lot of defensive linemen because I boxed. So once I shot and got my hands on them, it was a done deal for them.
All right, now I'm asking now. I know you probably know this stat because you're a football player. How many pancakes did you get? Well, how many bottles of syrup did you go through per game?
Per game, I say about 9 or 10. I know my senior year, I ended with 140, and we had 16 games, so that's averaging about 12 a game or something like that. 10 a game. I don't know how many lifetime I had, but I know my senior year I ended about 140 something.
All right, now how many defensive linemen did you have to fight during the game? That really what you like I said, you put your hands on them good. You're doing your job. So hold up again. This is a more on the road with Bernard the third. YouTube our Board Sports Management. Talk with Keyshawn Davis, Keyshawn Big Baby Davis, as well as Coach Bombay. Now, how many fights did you get into for you just doing your job?
You talking about like literal fights or like football?
No, I'm talking about football fight because now when you embarrass somebody on the football field, you pancake them or whatever, you block them, they couldn't do nothing. You know they're gonna get a little upset because then they're gonna want to come brush up against you. How many fights did you get? But see, they probably didn't know that. Hey, I box also.
Yes, sir. Throughout the years, only about 2. A lot of guys, football guys, especially in high school, like they get mad when you pancake them and roll all over them and lay on them for a second. They'll get mad, but they'll just run off the field. But some guys, they'll step to you, but they'll never really do anything. It was a couple guys that say they wanted to try me, but didn't really do anything.
Did they know that you was training in boxing also, or they just said, "Hey man, this guy must be good"?
No, they found out afterward.
Okay. So after you don't whoop their butt, then they're gonna say, "Okay, well that's the reason why he whipped my butt." So I don't feel as bad now. I shake his hand after the game. All right, well, let me talk about Coach Bombay. Coach, what you seeing the success that our Big Baby has had. How does that make you feel as a coach? Now you seeing that he came in as a young pup, you trained him, then he took some time off, and then it's like he's back to where he was, the success that he's having right now. How does that make you feel as a coach?
Man, it's really exciting because I really don't know how far this goes. Because, like I said, I've been around boxing all my life. I mean, I come from the Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit area, and I really know he got talent. I don't even know if he know how much talent he got. So I just wanted to think. So I think this is about to be, a big journey. Turn pro, and they love heavyweights in boxing. And, like some of the big heavyweights he already done beat. Beat that's making noise out there now. He done beat him already. So like I said, we about to go on this journey for the 30th, man, and we gonna put Mississippi on the map. So I hope everybody get behind him, and when they hear about this, when they hear Keyshawn Big Baby Davis, they get out support him because like I said, we hear about these kids getting in trouble all the time, but now we got a positive story. So let's get behind these kids. And one thing I want to know, that he can make waves, and he set an example for other kids to get into boxing and make waves. Because we ain't really had too many boxers come out of Mississippi. So I hope he got a lot of this back to carry. He got people looking up to him. Like, how far can Keyshawn Big Baby Davis go? Because I really believe he's gonna be the superstar that open up the boxing for Mississippi. Even though Child Sales won a championship, he a middleweight, but he got stuff. But heavyweights is a glamorous division. So like I really believe he's gonna be the person that open up and put the eye on Mississippi in boxing. Because he really can box. And then he well disciplined. He don't smoke, don't drink, don't do nothing. He focused on his craft.
Now, with that, what is something though that the followers can do? Now, how can they support Deshaun Baby? What is it that you need to help promote your boxing to help your boxing club expand, advance, as well as bringing in more youth to help them to better themselves as well? It is a discipline. No, it's teaching them discipline
Right.
as well because they have to be disciplined to box and do all of the things that you're training. What is something that you need to help advance the Pearl Boxing Club?
Well, basically, man, of course, we always need sponsors. I mean, we done did everything. I mean, we've been around 10 years. He done been with me most of the time, but we done did car wash, cafe. We done did everything. Salt shakers. We done did candy bars. We done did everything. But, this is a ongoing thing, to get the support. People can sponsor and put their business on it, and like I said, with him going pro, he's a person that you really want to get behind, because, like you can put your logo on his boxing shorts to help him out, because, we travel all over the world, man. We've been as far as California.
Let's say we're just having a technical difficulty. Everything is going get set back together. Now, again, this is talking with Coach Bombay, the Pearl Boxing Club. Now, he stated, there's some things that they need to help grow the Pearl Boxing Club. Like I said, it is discipline, especially when you're working with young men and young women in this profession, because it's training them how to fight, but it's also training them how to protect themselves. And again, doing those things, it is dealing with a lot of discipline. I said, because I took Taekwondo and it helped me out a lot. It taught me discipline about how to handle situations. So again, those type of things, they are well run and well needed. So definitely something that you might want to definitely look into to get involved in. I said you can locate more information about the Pearl Boxing Club. You definitely can take a look on Facebook on Pearl Boxing Club on Facebook. Now, Coach, do you train only males? Do you have some female boxers also?
Man, I love boxing, man. I train my grandma. My grandma, I have her in boxing, but I thought boxing, I started. They said I don't know nothing about boxing. They say open up my head, and my brain gonna be a boxing. Yes, I trained everybody, man. I done trained the Pearl Police Department, Jackson Police Department, firemen. I done trained everybody through the years coming down through here. So, like I said, man, just keep up with Pearl Boxing Club. Just because we say Pearl, man, I know how Pearl is. Just because it's Pearl, it's for everybody. Half our boxers come from Jackson and stuff, So it ain't just for Pearl; it's for everybody, But and it's well disciplined. So, like I said, that we got here and everything. So it's discipline too. Discipline, and I'm real strict and stuff. Put up your gloves, no sagging, no cussing. Be ready when that bell ring. So it's teaching them a lot of things about life and job too. I run it like it's a job. So it's good for any kids. Like you, Keyshawn's Facebook page, man. I want to see at least 20 people from this interview. His page, man. Let's blow this man up because he really putting off Mississippi. After a while, we're gonna get us some the new Mississippi flag on some of his trunks and stuff. And like I said, he about to be on his back, and we promise we're going to the top. We're gonna put Mississippi on our back, and we're gonna take it to the top. We're gonna be traveling like to Las Vegas to train in different places, but it can be done. Our next door neighbor, Deontay Wilder, which you train at his gym sometime, he did it. From home. He was in Alabama State, down here. And run out and still working.
Yeah. All right. Now, let me ask this before we're gonna let you go. What is some ways that individuals again they can locate? Where's the Pearl Boxing Club located? How can they get in contact with you?
Pearl Boxing Club on Facebook. You can Pearl Boxing Club, and you could Google it basically, and we in the business section. It's up easy on Facebook, and just we located on 2420 Old Brandon Road. Is in the old Pearl High School gymnasium. The old Pearl High School gymnasium.
Okay, yeah, I see it. I'm actually on your Facebook page right now, Pearl Boxing Club. You can search for it, the Pearl Boxing Club. website is www.pearlboxingclub.org. Definitely take a look at it because it's got some plaques. Coach of the Year, Hall of Fame coach. Coach, but make sure you got a lot of awards, from doing what you do. So hey, man, much kudos to you, and definitely keep up what you're doing.
Yeah. And make sure y'all keep up. But like I said, man, Keyshawn, I'm just trying to brag on this boy, but he's one of the best products ever, man. And he's working hard, man. Keep up with Keyshawn Big Baby Davis. He's about to put Mississippi on the map, yeah. And y'all get him first, man, because we're gonna have a few fights in Mississippi, man. Come support him and let these big time promoters know that we behind him. And that's how I usually work out when y'all get behind him and y'all come watch him fight. They say, oh, well, he put numbers in the city, and we gonna push him and give him what he needs to try. Okay. That's how I usually work, man. Just please everybody care. I promise you on there. And Sean,
when's his next match?
Mississippi ever.
So, when's the next match?
Laurel, Mississippi. His next match is
okay, down there with the
30th in Laurel, Mississippi.
Okay, we'll definitely take a look and check that out.
On May the 14th, the next one will be the local one will be May the 14th in Pearl.
Okay, all right, good. We definitely. Okay, we definitely will be in touch. So we definitely help promote it on the show as well. We'll send some Facebook posts out in reference to the next match. I definitely would like to come out and support. Like I said, April the 30th down in Laurel, Mississippi. Where it's going to be located, at the high school, or they have a auditorium?
I got a flyer. I got to look it up real quick. But yeah, it's gonna be the auditorium. You can look it up, but it's on our Facebook page. But I got to look it up real quick. But it's on Pearl Box Club. We have it on our Facebook page.
Okay, okay. That's I'm looking at trying to get to this computer.
Yeah. So we're looking for a good show, man.
Yeah, and let me talk back to Big Baby David before we ready to go. Mr. Big Baby, now how has this helped you a lot growing up as a boxer, as an athlete? Are you talking? Are you doing any speaking engagement, anything like that? Help mentoring youth?
It's helped me mentally and physically, and going with the youth. There's a lot of kids that come talk to me, and a lot of kids, especially in the gym, that look up to me and try to do a lot of the things I do. I just try to lead the way and help them guys out, man. A lot of them come up to me, big baby, how I do this, what I need to do. They've seen a lot of the awards I done won, a lot of stuff I done for boxing, so I just try to help those guys out. Because I started out just like those guys, so I'm no better than them. They can be better than me one day. So I just try to look out for those little guys.
All right. So if someone wants to invite you guys to come out and speak, though, how can they get in contact with you?
You can go to my Facebook page, Keyshawn Davis, Kashaun and Davis, or you can go to Instagram, Keyshawn_Davis54, or you can look us up on Pearl Boxing Club. You'll see the flyer. Hit up my coach, 601-862-0203, and you'll be able to get into contact with us.
Okay. Well, yes. Okay. I got the flyer for Laurel. Okay, we'll be at the Magnolia Center April the 30th. If you want to go see how Keyshawn Big Baby Davis versus Gerald Hercules Evans in Laurel, Mississippi, the Magnolia Center, 1457 Ellisville Boulevard in Laurel, Mississippi. Gates open up at 5 p.m. First fight starts at 6 p.m. It's a Rap Fight Sports. For more information, you can go to itsarapfightsports.com to learn more about the fight. Definitely will share this. I'm definitely gonna share that reference to your fight coming up, Big Baby. Man, Coach Bombay and Big Baby, I really appreciate you guys' time, man. I know that I got to get back in the gym. Great to go ahead and, I say, put Mississippi on the map, man. Hey, we definitely gonna be behind you guys. For anything that we can do, definitely let us know. We definitely gonna get back and support you guys. See if we can get something done with this to definitely put Big Baby on the map, as well as Pearl Boxing Club. All right, Coach. I guess like we have like a little glitch in the system. But again, man, guys, I really appreciate your time. If y'all can hear me, I'll definitely be in touch with you guys. We're definitely gonna promote that fight, man. You guys take it easy. Go ahead and get better, get stronger, and definitely be disciplined in what you're doing, man. Appreciate you guys for joining us this Saturday. Again, that was Coach Bombay as well as Deshaun Big Baby Davis in reference to that match that's coming up on April the 30th in Laura, Mississippi. Definitely go ahead and check them out. Let me go. They're coming back on us again. It's taking Coach. Before we let you go, is there anything else that you guys want to share? So I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now, Coach? Listen, is there anything else you guys want to share?
Oh,
Right, there we go. That's again, man. I'm gonna definitely go ahead and share the message
PBC. When I say
about the
PBC,
fight that's taking place on the 30th.
all right, man. Hey, keep it tight. It's our first interview with you, man.
I got you, man. Y'all take it easy, man. Y'all go ahead and continue on train. I'll talk with you guys soon.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy, guys. Again, that was Coach Bombay and Deshaun Big Baby Davis, boxing, the Pearl Boxing Club. Definitely take a look at his match. Big Baby will fight against Hercules April the 30th in Laura, Mississippi at the Magnolia Center, 1457 Evansville Boulevard. April the 30th. Go ahead and check it out down in Laura, Mississippi. Again, I really appreciate you guys' time. Now it's time to go have some fun with the Mississippi Lady Lakers and the Mississippi Raiders here at the meet and greet, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. over at Hillcrest Christian School, 4060 South Side Road, Jackson, Mississippi. Definitely come on out and enjoy the fun. Much love to you guys. I'll chat with you guys later. 1 + 1, you know how it is. 1 + 1 equals, see, I thought y'all was with me. Again, 1 + 1 equals deuces. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining into More on the Road.